Hello everybody, welcome to the second round of this VMR Championship, and we are coming to you live from the Styrian Mountains in Austria, Spielberg to be precise, for the Austrian Grand Prix. We had a exciting encounter last week in Imola. Can we have another one tonight here in Austria? Of course, as always, as I will be for the rest of this season, I am joined by Dumberoni tonight. How are we?
Oh, hello. Fuck you, King. I'm good. How are you this nice evening?
I'm very well. It's not so bad weather here in England, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, there have been a lot of trash talking against King in the Stewart chat and the Division 1 chat. So, how do you think he's going to do it today?
I think he'll do what he did last week. His AI will do a lot better than him himself.
Yeah, even if he is in the game, he can just pause the game and let the AI do the race for him. The AI will still put him on a higher position. So, yeah, typical King strategy. Let the AI do the work.
We will be starting shortly, just waiting for a couple more drivers to join in. What I'm also going to do as well, which I didn't do last week, is if you don't want to listen to my chat, then I've put the link to Dumberoni's Switch channel in my chat as well. So if you want to see a different part of the race, you're more than welcome to watch his channel. Unlike last week, where it was the full qualifying session, this week it will be a reversed grid. Of course, we're still waiting for the final driver to join, but I'll run through the grid as it should stand. And we have the following. No, not that one. Attendance, that would help if we had the right one. Here we go. So, in first, it's obviously based off where they finished last week. We have Zach in first, Nuna Lima second, Curry King will be third. Humbonovic, if he joins, he will be P4. Jordan Gamer will then be fifth. That's if his connection holds him together. Shaggy P6, welcome return for him. Felix 1 is 7th, Whirlwind 8th. And then we've got a reserve in P9 of Neglect. J Skills 10th, Renji 11th, Beebs 12th, Gowis 13th, Wildcat is 14th, Cam 15th. The driver of the day from last week, Stone Cold sitting in 16th, Matrim 17th, George Wadham in 18th, Jesus in 19th, and Tamas in 20th. If for any reason that Humbonovic can't compete tonight, then we are awaiting a standby that might be able to join if he is available tonight. If not, then it'll just be the 19 drivers.
We also got some connection issues with Renji. I believe now he's back in. He just need to pick a car. I also want to mention that Sheki is starting his year number 5 in Formula 1 racing today.
Experience driver then for this season. I've lost count how many seasons I've done.
2, I believe. We did 2 seasons in 2TL, and this is season 1 in VMR.
Yes, and I've done from previous leagues as well. I think it's a 4th or 5th. And yeah, I've still won more championships than King.
Oh yeah. Just want to add that Gamer is coming with excuses already if you read the Division 1 chat.
Oh, let me have a look at the Division 1 chat then. Game crashed. Sorry. Oh well, there's a start of the excuses.
Well, then we just have to wait a few more minutes until that fucktard is back in the lobby.
So if you weren't with us last week, you find that Dumberoni will do a lot of trash talking as well, and I'll probably join in at some point as well.
It's hard to not do it. Okay, when Jesus finish the grid, then I think we are good to go. So we will be 19 guys today, no qualifying, reverse grid, so this will be fun.
And it certainly helps as well in terms of the length as well. Full qualifying is okay, and then the race is okay, but it can be like an hour and a half sometimes, nearly 2 hours. With the reverse grid and you go straight into the race, it's a lot better because it's shorter and yeah, I find you get more people racing that way as well.
We also got a request from Shecky. He wants us to also update him on the Liverpool match against AC Milan that starts at 9 or 8 your time.
He
He's a
wants
Liverpool
us
fan.
to let him know.
Yeah, so we can just say every time AC Milan scores and Liverpool is losing.
Well, they got beat at the weekend to Nottingham Forest, so I don't know much up to how they get on tonight. I mean, my team's not done too bad at the moment. Blackburn, we're unbeaten so far, so.
Yeah, but my team is unwinnable in Roma. We don't win games, so I shouldn't say too much either.
I did notice that with Roma. I did notice that they are struggling a bit.
Yeah, I've played 4 games and 1 loss and 3 draws, I believe. So we lost we drew 6 minutes in overtime on Sunday as well, so it sucks. But yeah, hopefully Liverpool gonna lose, so it will all be good.
Yep. 8 o'clock kickoff, so I'll keep an eye on that one.
Oh, now we got Gun tomorrow. Who is that? Oh, maybe that is who is yeah, okay, we just wait a little bit with he's going to spectate. But if you want to spectate,
so Aston Villa are winning 3-0 at the moment against Young Boys in the Champions League. They were 3-0 up early on, but the goal got disallowed, so they've made one count. So 3-0 to them. Juventus are winning 3-1 against PSV.
oh, that's not bad.
And you got Liverpool in the.
Shaky gonna be so mad. Yeah, fuck the king. We're gonna crash on Liverpool instead. Yeah, but now we are good to go. The countdown is on. So I don't know. Have you included my audio in your stream yet?
Yes. So your audio is included, I do believe.
Okay, cool. I haven't gotten a message, but maybe it saved it from the last time. So
double check because it is now.
No,
that's my fault again. Because when I originally went live, it went live, but then threw me off. I didn't notice until 2 minutes in. But you're in now. Portio is included.
Yep.
We'll get it right for next week. I promise.
Yeah, you can just take it from here. I'm taking a smoke while we wait.
Okay. So before I do take it from there, I noticed that Andrew Robertson is on the bench for Liverpool, which is surprising. So, as I said, then reverse grid for tonight for this Grand Prix here in the Styrian Mountains. Renji has left. Hopefully, he will be able to rejoin. He should be able to rejoin it in time. If not, then I don't know if he'll be allowed to pick a car. So there is the grid order then. I'm not going to say the tyres because people can change it. There's a reverse grid order then. You've got Zaki in P1, Lima second, Curry King is third, Gamer fourth, Shaggy and Felix 1 are fifth and sixth, Whirlwind is seventh, and then you've got the Swiss driver, the Aston Martin of Vic Sai in eighth, K-Skills ninth, Renji 10th, if he rejoins, BB is 11th, Gowers 12th, Wildcat 13th, Cam 14th, Stone Cold 15th, Matrim 16th, George Wadham 17th, Jesus 18th, Thomas 19th, and that rounds off the grid as things stand. Of course, if Renji can't join in, then it'll just be the 18 drivers.
Yeah. Shecky is saying that he think he will have to find me a new border and kick some ass. So you are lucky because I actually live in the same country as that fucktard, so I might go into hiding. Anyways, we will also not talk about the DRS management in this race because people like Shecky is listening in. So it wouldn't be fair if we talk about how much all the cars around has in DRS if people are listening.
Yeah, so Renji's going to sit this one out. Said his Wi-Fi is screwed, so he's going to sit this one out, and he said it's not worth the risk. There will be 18 cars in. Renji's car will be in it, but it'll be AI, so he will not be counted at the end of the race.
Yeah, at least he got a better excuse than what King had last season. Oh, my wheel isn't working. Yeah, fuck you, King.
Well, Gamer's already used the first excuse, his game crash, so we'll see if he comes out with any other excuses before the race starts.
Yeah. Most likely. Oh no! Formation lap didn't work. Oh no, I couldn't break information lap, so I took out the entire field. Hopefully no one will be disqualified in information lap this time around.
Turn 1, Curry King, no brakes, plows everybody out of turn 1.
And then the AI of Renji gonna win the race.
Yeah, right. Well, that race counted for nothing.
I think we are up for a good one today.
It should be good. They've just got to be careful going into turns 1 and 2, especially 2 with it being a tight right-hander. But got to be careful. You've got to be patient.
So now we are just waiting. So your prediction today, how many pit stops will Gowers make today?
7.
What about King?
Yeah. King will make about 13 and Gamer will make 26. It'll be every lap for Gamer.
I totally agree to that one.
I think the safety car will come out about 14 times as well.
Yeah, and the Gamer will be the cause of all of them.
It was refreshing as well that we didn't have any incidents to deal with last week.
Yeah, it was actually a nice one. We could go take a holiday after the last week because there wasn't any work to do for the student.
Hopefully, it will be the same. Oh, Gower said, make it 9 pit stops for me. Okay,
Well,
make it 9
I think that is a little bit too low, to be honest. I think we're gonna see a few more from him.
Gower's tagged himself in the division chat.
Sheck is asking who gonna get the most time penalties today.
Gamer.
I actually don't think so because he's gonna go out in lap 2, so he won't have time enough to get enough time penalties. So okay, who gonna get the most time penalties of those who are most likely gonna finish?
I mean, we'll have 13 finishes and the most time penalties. Probably Paul. No offense to Paul, I like him. He's a good lad.
Yeah, but to be fair, I think Stone Cold used up his good race stuff last week, so today he will be on top with time penalties, and yeah. So I bet the Stone Cold gonna get quite a few. Shecky will most likely defend like a lion, so he will just get rammed up the ass all the time.
He's peed. I'm sorry.
So here we go then. Formation lap is currently underway. Let's put on the tyre details. There we go. So the only one that is on the soft compound, which I'm surprised to see, is George Wadham. He's on the soft. That's a surprising choice.
He might actually have money put on an early safety car as well. I think he don't believe enough people gonna survive T1, so we will see an early safety car, according to him.
So we'll see how many survive it. It's got 9 turns, this track. Of course, it has been revamped over the years. They spent a lot of time off the calendar. 2002 was the last one it hosted before the 2014 Austrian Grand Prix.
This might also be a first one for Zakiak, because I don't think he's so used to starting on pole position. And he got Nuno Lima right behind him, and we all know that that's the quick guy, and then he got King that will hold up the entire field. So I guess the battle for P1 gonna be between Nuno Lima and Zakiak.
See how it pans out then as the predicted pit stops comes up. A 1-stop, it's saying if you're, well, they're offering a 1-stop and a 2-stop. If you're George Wadham, it could be a 2-stop, but it all depends how he does with his soft compound. The camera shot that I've got from here, if you can see it, they run up to turn 1. They used to carry straight on in the 80s, as there's a few drivers just been disqualified as well.
Yeah,
The formation.
that's how it goes when you can stop within the line.
So here we go then. Need to get on board with the car because the first 2 are ghosted. So Lima and Zaki are now back in it. As we go towards turn 1, and there is no incidents as of yet. Looks like everyone's got through. Got through, which they have indeed. Excellent to see as we come towards turn number 2 then. Side by side with Lima and Zaki. And it's going to be Lima that leads the way. Oh, very close to catching the side of Lima there, well, in front of him. But they both got away scot-free, so very good racing between the two as we sprint with King and Shaggy down towards turn at number 3 then.
Yeah, Shaggy is up on P3. Shaggy is actually up on P3, so this is extremely good start from him as well.
It was indeed, it was a lovely overtake into turn 3. So Gamer's wheel is actually working for once. As we saw that George Wadham gets ahead of Jordan Gamer as well. Gamer has gone off track. Yellow flags are out, he's back on now. Of course, Renji, the AI, so we'll not focus on him too much. But an excellent start from Wadham. Then he's up to P9 already on this soft compound as Curry King dropping down the order. Oh, coming out the final corner. There's been contact between Curry King and the Swedish driver of Vic. I think Vic's lost the front wing end plate there as they came out the final corner. And DRS already enabled.
The wings are flying at the moment. I saw another flying end plate.
And we saw another one going in towards turn 1 as well. Shaggy gets overtaken by Felix One then in the Haas. So a bit of...
Oh, they are going side by side, so this isn't over yet. Shaggy is actually... He got a DRS, but he's staying behind for now. No, that was the Piastri move on Felix as well. But Felix
that was
took
a Daniel Ricciardo-esque move, but then Felix One got right back at him, well picked up.
Yep, Jordan is out.
Surprise, surprise.
Jordan is out
already.
That guy is ghosted like a fucktard. He's out, just like expected. It might be his Wi-Fi because his car is still driving, so I don't know what happened. Yeah, we're gonna look out for some.
He's off at the exit of turn 7. So he's definitely gone there. Renji is out. Curry King is dropping down the order then. So as we enter the 3rd lap then, Jordan Gamer lasting 2 laps. I wonder what it'd be like if he ever got a girlfriend. He won't last that long, would he?
Well, we got quite a battle in the mid-pack now with Curry King going side by side with Chase Kills.
Oh, good God, about 6 cars there, all going into turn 2 side by side, and it all started with Cam Matchroom nearly coming together with Cam, and then behind him I think it was the Red Bull catch-up driver of Whirlwind that nearly went for a spin, and talking of going off, the Latvian BBE just went off, and he's come back on and nearly took out Tamas in the process, but he did go, so he didn't go off properly, he just had a bit of a wheel spin. He's okay for now, but that was a bit chaotic into turn 3. 6 cars all side by side as he went into turn 2.
Yeah, and Shecky is doing what Shecky does best. He's holding up the entire field at the moment. We got a Swedish driver right ahead of him as well. New driver from today. Full-time at Aston Martin.
As we come towards turn 1, Wadham doesn't have enough in the tank to try and get past Sheggy this time around. However, a little bit of a mistake there from Sheggy is going to put him under pressure from the soft Haas driver of George Wadham, and you would expect it to be a straightforward move, but Sheggy's been on fire at the moment, and George Wadham's going to go side by side with him, and they had a bit of a moment, both of them, that reduces both of them to lose a position and the Swedish driver to get through. So not what they both wanted from that moment then.
But Chaskus is trying to battle Shecky now. He's doing some touchy on Shecky's ass. Just like we all know Chaskus usually like to do.
As you say that, then I've just noticed that Curry King was dropping down the order. He's now dropped down to 17th in that Red Bull, so he's not quite got to grips yet with the Red Bull or his steering wheel tonight, so we'll see if he can hold on. It might be worth running the risk of doing a pit stop, because he's got nothing to lose at the moment in 17th. I know that obviously 15th and higher get points, but nothing to lose if he did pit and put a fresh set of tyres on, as Felix 1 overtakes Zaki and moves up to P2 in the Haas.
We also got Matt on the charge. He's attacking Cam at the moment, and Cam is attacking Skills, and Skills is attacking Shaky.
Oh, and Tamas has just rear-ended Matrim going into turn 3, but Matrim managed to keep it in a straight line as we go towards turn 3. The Red Bull and Williams are side by side. 3-second time penalty for Zaki, and as we go into turn 3, Tamas gets through, but does he stay ahead? He does indeed. But it's not over yet, because you've got Jesus and Whirlwind all behind as well. And Matrim stays in 10th place. Wildcat with another penalty as well.
This is starting to be a real classical at the moment. We got fights all over the place.
It is indeed. You want to see this gap. So all the way from 5th place, all the way down to 16th of Stone Cold, there is 5 seconds separating them. Well,
I believe we're gonna get
drivers.
I believe we're gonna get a move on Shecky now. Chaskus is right up his ass again. Going into turn 3.
So right on board with Jay Skills then, as he's going up the harder way to try and get past Shaggy.
But
Couldn't quite do it.
Shaky defends well. He's going for the inside defending move, and that makes it a lot harder for Chaskus to overtake. So even though this is a new game, Shaky hasn't lost his defending skills just yet.
Yeah, indeed, and there's a lot of locking up. I think it's Matrim. He does appear to be struggling going into turns 2 and 3, and does get a lot of locking up. So that'll be interesting to see if he has to pit any earlier due to his tyres wearing away.
Oh, now Cam is attacking Skills.
It is indeed an unusual overtaking spot as well from Cam. It is run a little bit wide though. Jay Skills could potentially have him, but here comes Tamak from out of nowhere. The Red Bull driver then easily gets by and moves up to P8. Oh, and Cam and Shaggy nearly come into blows, and it nearly ended up with Tamas going into the back of him. But here comes Jay Skills as well on Cam, and here comes Matrim.
Oh my God!
In chaos, Cam is out. Jay Skills is off as well. Safety car deployed. The first real incident has happened here, and they all know from Dumberoni, because Cam, one of the favourites, is out. It was bound to happen with the gaps not being that much between the 11 drivers. Something had to give, and it has give, and it's resulted in a Cam DNF from all that battling, including Matrim as well. It'll be interesting to see if he's got any damage. But safety car deployed here in Austria. This could work well for the Haas of George, who could save some of that rubber on his soft compound tyres.
Yeah, we just got a massive incident, Renchi. It was wild to watch, but I really wonder what happened. I think Cam might be a little bit pissed, but I don't, I didn't see what exactly happened. I don't know if maybe you got a better view on it, Walter.
I had some of it. So I was on board with, I think, at J Skills. I saw Matchroom come to the left, so as he went into the corner, I think Matchroom and Cam have caught each other. Cam's gone off, and that's resulted in Cam being DNF'd.
And
So George Ryan was pitted.
we got a new race leader as well. Shecky is actually the new race leader for the safety car. If he chooses to not pit from his hard tires, I guess he's gonna stay out. Then he will be the one starting after the safety car as well. That is a new experience for that dude. He's not used to being this high up in this competitive division.
I think I'd have a nosebleed as well if I were leading the race. But George Ryan pitted then, which I was surprised about because I thought he would have saved they'd been saving the sauce under the safety car. So he's pitted, and it still has the same glitch as always on this game that when you replace the front wing, it keeps one underneath. So really, it doesn't replace it. So as Dumberoni said then, oh there we go. So Cam got sandwiched between J Skills and Matchroom. So yeah, I was right. All three of them came together, and in a way,
Okay,
it was
Matchroom.
going to happen.
Who was involved? Matchroom and Chase Skills?
Yeah. So,
Okay, so basically one admin and two stewards just came together and made a shit show
yeah.
in lap 7.
And
Okay, nice.
with the gap between all 11 drivers, it was going to happen sooner rather than later. It had to happen, and it did happen. And it has deployed the safety car. The race order's just changed. Felix Swan's pitted, that's why it's changed. I was wondering what was going on there. I didn't see that for a minute. It didn't come up with the pit symbol. But Felix Swan's pitted then for Haas. Of course, he couldn't pit because George Wadham had already pitted ahead of him. Oh, he slowed it down. It changed the camera angle. And it didn't actually show the front wing when it got replaced. It actually removed itself. So Cam's left the session. I think Felix Swan has just served a penalty as well because he didn't get released straight away. He's on the soft compound tyre then. So he's doing the opposite to what his teammate did. Interesting strategies from both Haas drivers then. And as Dumberoni said then, it is Shaggy still leading this race under the safety car.
Well, the good news for Cam is that he can now watch the Liverpool match that starts in 2 minutes time.
You can indeed. Although I'd rather watch Paige rather than watch Liverpool, but there we go.
Yeah, I think they will have a talk after the race between the Williams driver, the McLaren driver, and Kim Sauber. And that is also important regarding the Constructors' Championship because Kik were leading going into this one.
I think that'll go to the stewards as well. I'll be surprised if it doesn't. So Felix Warner has just been given a 10-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. And he has pitted again, so I'm wondering if it's put him on the wrong tyres.
I think we might see Felix with the most pit stops today.
So he's serving the penalty first, and then they're putting the hards on. So he's put on a used set of hards, one lap old tyres, of course. 10-second penalty. It wasn't a stop and go. He has served it in the pit stop.
Yeah, and he will easily catch up to the safety car queue before it goes in, most likely in this lap.
They should do it unless the safety car leaves on this lap. But of course, with it being an 8-turn track, as you said, the safety car is in this lap. So Felix will probably just get to the back of them, as you said, because of the short nature and how short this track is.
But it will be a long way to go for Felix today, now because he was actually doing quite well before the safety car.
He was indeed. He's got a lot of work to do.
But now let's have a moment of silence for Shaky. He will debut starting a Division 1 race behind the safety car. How will this go?
We'll find out then. As I said earlier on, if you want to watch Dumberino's stream, his link is in my Twitch chat below. So here we go then. Safety car restart here in the Styrian Mountains. Sheggy gets off to the perfect start. You could have asked for anything better really from the Ferrari driver. Behind him then, we've got potential overtake going on with the Red Bull of Curry King and Lima going towards turn 1. King backs out for now. However, he slides out the corner. Zaki then is going to put him under pressure as we run up towards turn 2. The Alpine
both of the Red Bulls are fighting as well.
They are indeed. Then Shaggy and Tamas then is going for it. Izaki, it could end up in disaster. It's not going to.
And now we got Madcam at attack. He's going for Zaki against King.
We have a J Skills has just got past Paul as well. And we've got the same glitch as we did last week, where it still says safety car on the top of ours.
Oh yeah.
So it won't show it for the drivers, but it'll say it for us. So ignore it where it says safety car. We had this issue last week. The safety car is definitely in. This Curry King gets past
We just
the
need,
Alpine exactly.
we just need Gowers to spin so the safety car can go away.
Yes, sir. Wadham is ahead of Jesus. No, he's not. Jesus back ahead.
Oh!
And, I saw that.
Almost
saw
on
that.
the Swedish driver, almost lost it, but he saved it.
He did indeed. That was a tremendous save from the Aston Martin driver then as we enter the second lap since the restart. DRS re-enabled. Gowers,
Gowers is
surprisingly
P3? What the
in
fucking fuck?
P3. I was just about to say that actually. I bet he's getting that
we
high.
got an incident behind. Major
We have
incident.
indeed.
Jesus was involved, or Chase Kills, one of the McLarens at least was involved. Yeah, Chase Kills lost his end plate. So it was a major incident behind.
He's under pressure from Felix 1. The almighty lockup going into turn 3 then. As Zaki drops down as well. He's out of the Grand Prix as well. So it could be safety car redeployed. The yellow flag is out in sector 2.
But I don't get, did he retire on track or because his car was still moving? And I can't see a reason why that
off
happened.
track at the exit of turn 5.
Yeah, but his car was moving after he retired, but I don't know why he would retire on track in that situation.
Gowers is pitting. So Gowers is pitted.
Oh, BBE is on P2. He's fighting with Shaky. Vervin is leading. What's happening with this race?
Gowers in then from P number 3. His nosebleed will be over. And it's back to reality for the Cash Out Red Bull driver.
But
He rejoins in 16th.
Shaky is defending hard at the top at the moment. He's still actually keeping the lead. Oh, Felix is out.
He's indeed. I'm going to run on board with Renji. I know it's an AI, but I want to see where he is. He's at the exit of turn 2, so we'll see it with Gowers then as we run on board with the Cash Out Red Bull driver. He's just gone past him, so yeah, he's gone off just where they've done the new chicane for the MotoGP.
Yeah, but I don't get why this game is bugged, because the car keeps on moving after it retired, even though it clearly hit the wall. We got the George, had to spin. He's down on P13 as well.
He's indeed, so he's just rejoined as well. So as things stand at the moment, all the drivers, apart from Renji, will get points for their finishing positions. J-Skills gets a 10-second time penalty. So let's turn that detail on at the moment. So everyone at the moment is doing okay in terms of penalties. As Jesus gets ahead of Curry King then for P number 6, but the Red Bull driver refuses to give him, but he does for now.
Yeah, we know you didn't retire, Renji. You are still out on track, but you won't get points because you don't race. So we are aware of that, but there are some situations here that is, yeah.
So lovely move there from Stone Cold on 1980s Wildcat. He moves up to P11. Wildcat's got an end plate missing as well, so he hasn't changed that yet for Mercedes. But lovely overtake from the Sauber driver of Stone Cold moves him up to P11. and is the sole remaining Sauber driver as things stand.
I actually want to follow the top ladder for a little bit because Checky is still on P2. No, now he's passed by Whirlwind, and Vixal and BB is chasing as well. Checky is coming back at Whirlwind now. So this is actually a great battle. Well, they have to pit, but let's enjoy it as long as it lasts.
So Dumberoni is going to watch out. I'm watching Wildcat easily flying past Stone Cold and up to P10. So lovely move from the Mercedes driver. Of course, DRS was his assistant, but he's still got past Stone Cold and he's now up to P10 as the Swedish driver Vic Sales gets past Whirlwind for P3 in the Aston Martin.
He also lost the end plate after contact with Checky in T3 as well. So Vixal is going without the end plate at the moment.
And George Wadham has just moved past Stone Cold. There is yellow flags out. That's because Paul is off track. Currently mowing the grass here in Austria with the Mercedes. Rejoins comfortably and comfortably ahead of the AI of Renji as Matrim and Jesus.
King is pitting now as well.
The order King then has done a good job so far. He pits from P8 for Red Bull and puts on the medium compound tyre, so he will rejoin in P number 12 because the Mercedes of Paul has pitted and the Aston Martin of Lima pitted as well. So Curry King rejoins practically in the same position he entered his pit box in, which is P11.
There are a lot of contact at the top as well because I just saw an end plate flying. Again, I think that is Whirlwind, lost an end plate. So, yeah.
And I've just seen a lovely double overtake there from Jesus on the, now, it's getting a bit scrappy here. As they're riding on board with BB in his front wing, I saw Jesus overtake two cars, then a bit of a bump between Matthew and Jesus, and it nearly got Whirlwind involved. And now Whirlwind's backed out and he's dropped behind George Wadham. So Whirlwind entered turn 5 in position 4. He's entering the pits in position 8, so he's lost 4 positions there as he pits on the medium compound tyre.
Now Checky is under attack by Jesus as well.
He is indeed, of course. You've got to remember that Shaggy, he's going back for it though, on Vixie, and he's got up to P number 2. And you've got to bear in mind that Shaggy has got longer lap tyres on as well because he didn't pit under the safety car. So his tyres are a lot older than the ones behind him. He's got 16 laps worth of hards, so he must be going for the one-stop strategy. He's currently sitting in P number 2. So McLaren of Jesus nearly had an off moment then with George Wadham, but he managed to correct it and stays in P5.
I guess if there's a safety car now, Checky will smile all the way to the pits.
He would indeed, because he'd have the current advantage as we are nearly side by side. It's 4 cars abreast as we go towards turns number 8. The Aston Martin, the Haas, the Ferrari and the McLaren all scrapping. And the Ferrari Shaggy nearly went off. He's dropped down to P5. He's got Matcher and BB to contend with as well. This is a great battle between 6 drivers all entering turn 2. Shaggy cuts the corner, gets ahead of Jesus. Will he give the position back? Here comes Matcher though as well. Up on the inside, he used the grass as we head towards turn 3. Matcham gets ahead and gets to P4. Lovely racing between all 4 drivers as Jesus drops to P7 as well. BB loses out as well.
But Checky, he won't give up. He's going for the points today.
He certainly is, and Jesus locks up as well. He's side by side with Matcham as we come out of turn 4. As we head towards 5 and 6 then, Matcham is all over the back of the Ferrari of Shaggy, but he's got to be wary of the McLaren of Jesus as well. Jesus has got to watch the BBE as he's in a Williams sandwich at the moment, both with Mercedes power units chasing down the Ferrari of Shaggy in P4.
Can we see a double overtake from Jesus now? That would be interesting.
It could well be. DRS is enabled as well, and Shaggy's got it. As we ride on board with Jesus, you can see that Matcham is going to go for it, but he backs out. Matcham with the... You practically saw the corner cut, and the penalty applied straight away. Jesus then going to go for the move on Matchroom. It's going to be too easy as he overtakes the Hungarian. Here comes the Latvian of BBE though, trying to overtake his teammate. He can't quite do it, but Matchroom and Jesus scrapping again, as they have done all race long. As we enter lap 19, down towards turn 3 we go. The Williams and McLaren still scrapping. Shaggy doing a wonderful job, as Dumberoni said earlier, of defending as they all lock up into turn 4.
Yeah, they are smoking more than Gavus.
As I noticed as you were talking then, Shaggy overtaken by the McLaren of Jesus. So Shaggy drops from P3 to P number 5. So is it time for him to pit his Matchroom? He's going to go for what would be an ambitious move in turn 7, but he doesn't go for it. And he leaves it as it was as we enter DRS. Then down the main straight we go again.
It is hard for Shaker to pit when McLaren always blocking the pit exit.
Oh! It was BB that got the bump then. I thought that would have resulted in a front wing off, but he did very well to hold that with the Williams driver, but he was going for an ambitious move. He tried using the rumble strip, the advantage, and Shaggy caught him a little bit as he tried to defend from the Williams of Matchroom. As we enter turn 3 then, the Aston Martin driver of Vic nearly went into the back of Jesus. Jesus at the moment, currently in P number 3. Can he pull away from Vic as George Wadhams pulled away from Jesus? And Tamas, at the moment, in a world of his own, he's currently 8 seconds ahead of the Haas driver.
Oh, Sheki continues while BBE goes into the pits. He might have damage after that. Well, he's on hard tires as well, so yeah, 19 lap past, 20 laps old tire, so he's pitting now. I guess Sheki gonna come in the next couple of laps.
Well, this is going to purely be an undercut move as BBE gets out ahead of Stone Cold. Of course, this game doesn't have unsafe release, but it practically was an unsafe release from the Williams team, but the game doesn't apply that because EA can't be bothered to put it in. BB then rejoins in P9. Will he get the undercut then on Shaggy? I wonder if that is an undercut move that he's done there. Let's have a look at the leader time then. So between BB and Shaggy is about a 19-second window. So if BB can keep his foot down, he might just get the move on Shaggy and get the jump on him.
Okay, will Sheki go in now? Yes, Sheki is pitting as we speak. So I will just have my camera on the Sheki now, and no, I will have it on BB actually.
So I'll watch Shaggy then. So as Dumberoni is going to watch BBE, I will watch Shaggy as we go on board with the Ferrari driver. Enters the pit set on the hards. 21 laps he's done in them tyres. He applies a medium compound tyre.
Yeah, BB will come.
The pit box.
BB will take him around the last corner now, so BB will be ahead of Sheki.
So it was an undercut move from the Williams driver, and as you can see him, as we were on board with Shaggy, it's going to be very, very tight between the two.
No,
BB just gets ahead of the Ferrari driver, but a side-by-side up to turn 2, and that is how you do that from Shaggy. That was brilliant, and he's kept his position ahead of BBE, so the undercut didn't work for the Williams driver, but it's not going to be over between these two races.
No, this is the closest fight we got at the moment as well. 0.2 between both of the guys on the same lap of tires as well, basically. And BB is coming back as Sheki now, but Sheki says, fuck you, BB. Yeah, fuck the beeps.
He also says, fuck the Latvians as BB gets through, and Shaggy is relegated to P9. And I have noticed as well, out in front, the gap between George Wadham and Tamas has been reduced from 7.8 seconds to 7 seconds. So over 2 laps, George Wadham has took 8 tenths out of the Red Bull driver, despite being on the slower of the 3 compound tyres. That could be one to watch as we enter the final part of this Grand Prix.
But Sheki is getting closer to BB now, and he will not go for it this time, but maybe down the next corner. Oh, we got a bad exit, but he's staying on BB at the moment. So BB will say, fuck the Norwegian, and Sheki will respond, yeah, fuck you, Latvian. Fuck that.
And he's keeping in the dirty air as well. Now, I did notice as well that Gowers has pitted. Again, he's on soft compound tyres, so he's currently running in what would essentially be at the end, P14. But he is running, as the game reads it, P15. And I think he's also a lap down as well. I might be wrong.
Yeah, we also got to remember that without qualifying, they got 3 sets of softs, I believe, for the race as well, so they can pit a lot of soft compounds.
They did indeed, so they'll have extra spare tyres as Gowers is a lap behind. So he's currently behind the Red Bull of Tabas.
But do you think the Haas guy are going to catch Thomas before the end of the race?
He's got plenty of time. He's got 12 laps. He's just took another 7 tenths out of the Red Bull driver. So this could be a battle to watch in the closing stages. They will have to pit again. So the top 5 will pit again because I can't see these tyres lasting the distance. So it could give the Curry King an unexpected race win.
Don't say that, please. That would be awful.
Says don't say that. And it could give him an unexpected race win. If he does win it, hell will freeze over.
Yeah, then I'm leaving the Discord. Then I'm out. But at the moment, Markram is attacking Vixal 2. Easy overtake on the Swedish debutant.
Yes, and I've just noticed then that Curry King has had a terrible exit out of turn 1. It's opened the door for the Aston Martin driver of Nuno Lima to try and overtake him. This is essentially a battle for the race lead. And he nearly went into the back of the Red Bull driver.
Bad exit on Nuno Lima in this one. So Curry King survives this lap at least.
He survives for another lap then, as Dumberoni says. Say it's the potential race lead because the top 5 surely can't go to the end on the tyres they're on. They'd have to pit again. They pitted, of course, under the safety car. And just for Shaggy, even though he is driving, I will check the Liverpool score then as we stay with Lima against Curry King.
Nuno Lima is passing Curry King now, but that means Curry King will get the DRS on Nuno Lima down the straight 2, I believe. Yep. So Curry King is coming back at the Aston Martin driver.
Terrible news for Shaggy. AC Milan 1, Liverpool 0. Christian Pulisic in the 3rd minute. So despite Shaggy having an okay race at the moment, his team are certainly not having an okay Champions League opener. As Curry King gets back at Lima and overtakes him for P number 6. So this could be the new race battle to watch. Oh, wow. They nearly ended up colliding again. Superb racing between the two drivers then, as Lima stays behind the Red Bull for now.
Yeah,
Whirlwind over the back of Shaggy as well. Just entering the final corner then, a tremendous exit from Lima. Look at the exit he got there. The DRS is going to help him, and Curry King could be effectively a sitting duck, and he is indeed. The Aston Martin driver overtakes him. Curry King will have DRS.
We can ask this question, is it smart to overtake in the first DRS zone? Or should Nuno Lima wait until the second one? From a tactical point of view, I would have waited for the second one because the King usually always comes back with the DRS in the next one.
But it's also worked in Lima's favour because he had DRS in turn 1, didn't have it in turn 2, but he had it in turn 3, and he got to the back of the Red Bull. So that tactical battle and the 3 DRS zones on an 8-turn track is a bit too much. I did read earlier on though that the real life Singapore Grand Prix this weekend will have 4 DRS zones.
And Shecky lost the
I-
position to Whirlwind as well. I don't know if you
He
saw
did
that
indeed.
one.
I didn't see it, but I have just seen it now. But I think 4 DRS zones is a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I think 3's too much. I get why they've done it in Austria, but I think having 3 is a little bit too much personally. They could just stick the
Yeah,
2.
now Nuno Lima is listening to the stream most likely because now he waited for the second DRS stream. Now he's playing the tactical game.
He did indeed, and he got that overtake on the the exit of the chicane that the MotoGP use. So if you're unfamiliar or wondering what that is, effectively on the run up towards turn 2, they put a chicane there for the MotoGP drivers because they had many accidents going in towards turn 2. So they implemented a chicane to slow the motorbikes down.
Oh, so I just want to say that fuck you, King. I hope you lose this battle badly.
So will Curry King then respond with a fuck you all moment as Shaggy gets all over the back of the Red Bull Cash App car of Whirlwind. 310 separating the two then. Of course, Dumberoni is watching the battle between...
I'm back at
well.
Shecky at the moment because that is the distance between Nuno Lima and Curry King is over a second now, so this is the closest battle we got out on track. But we also got a Haas driver on P2. Look how close he is getting now.
He is indeed, and he's cut that gap down tremendously as I ride on board with the Haas driver to 4.5 seconds between the Haas and the Red Bull. But again, the question remains, these front 4, are they going to pit? Well, front 5, sorry. Are they going to pit? And then the question that you're going to ask is, would Lima and Curry King have enough in their tyres to go to the end? They should do, because there's about 7 laps to go, so they should just have enough in the mediums to go to the end. If not, then you could be looking at BDE.
Whirlwind went off, so Shecky passed Whirlwind now. He's back on P9. When it comes to pitting for the top 5, I believe they will continue. I don't think they're gonna pit now, because if Thomas pit now, the George, Jesus, Markram and Victor will not pit, so he will lose out on that one. So I think they will try to stay out and hopefully finish the race without a puncture also.
It could potentially, it would definitely be interesting to see. I'm looking at the leader gap between the top 5. Tamas and George Wadham could essentially get away with pitting. That would put them ahead of the Swedish driver in the Aston Martin. So that would then promote Jesus and Matrim to first and second. But it's all about who would crack first if they were going to pit. None of the top 4 at the moment are cracking. As Jesus carries on as well. Matrim is going to follow suit. He does indeed.
Whirlwind just get a penalty. So that means Shecky is now at P9 at the moment. If it stays like this.
It would be indeed. And Stone Cold again, he's had another superb race again. I don't want to jinx him, but he's yet to receive a penalty. Yes, he's running P11, but it's a penalty-free race at the moment from the driver of the day who earned driver of the day in round 1.
I feel today maybe you should go for the battling driver of the day. Or the defending driver of the day. We all know who that's gonna be.
He do indeed. Stone Cold then running P11 at things stand. So Dumberoni was saying he's not driver of the day. I've got somebody else in mind. If he can win the Grand Prix, and he's currently running P number 2.
Well, now he got a penalty.
Just gained a penalty.
So,
as I said it, I've jinxed him.
That might be it for George, but he should still push because Thomas can still get the penalty as well. But at the moment, Thomas is, I think he's doing it safe, so he won't risk cutting in the corners or anything. He don't need to push, and especially now with George with a penalty. So Thomas can just calm down for the last couple of laps.
He can indeed, because knowing that George Wadham has got a penalty will be a huge sigh of relief to the Red Bull driver, because Wadham was he was doing really well at cutting that gap back. I'm going to look at the race director over the last few laps to see what the lap times were from the Red Bull driver. So the Tamas was lapping in the low 1.8, sorry, low 1.7s, and the beginning of the 1 minute 8. George Wadham was doing 1.6 and 1.7s. So that is why he was cutting the gap down to the Red Bull driver. And I don't even know who's got fastest lap. I think it's George Wadham actually. Let me have a look on. No, it's not. It's Nuno Lima with a 1 minute 6.5. So he has currently got the extra point as things stand. So currently penalty free in this race is Tamas Jesus Sheggy, who is over the back of Whirlwind and Stone Cold. We're going to go on board with a battle between Sheggy and Whirlwind then. As we come towards the end of this lap, then Sheggy just has to be patient. He has got his mediums are 5 laps younger than the hards of Whirlwind.
And Whirlwind also got a penalty, so I don't know if it's worth risking anything for Shecky's part as well. They might just play it safe, stay within 3 seconds of Whirlwind.
That is something I would definitely do. Jay Skills had the yellow flags out. Something happened with him, but he's okay. So he's still safe to carry on. As Dumberoni said then, the common sense man would say, well, the driver ahead's got a penalty. There's no point in me battling and squabbling with him. I might as well just hold off, keep it under 3 seconds. I've got myself in an extra position, but he is going to go for it. So he's not using his brain. He's deciding to do the opposite and battle for the position. Nuno Lima is all over the back of his teammate. Now, will they play the teammate game? The penalties, they've both got 3 seconds. Oh no, Lima's got 6. No, sorry, he hasn't. Lima's got 3. His teammate's got 6. So you would expect Vic to move along here and allow Lima through because of the time penalties between each other. But Lima is not going to get that from his teammate. Instead, Lima's going to have to do it the hard way, and he's going to go side by side with his teammate, and he gets through. And despite Vic being on 26 lap old hards, he tried to put up against Lima, but he couldn't do it. Lima moves up to P5, and it's easy as you like for the Aston Martin driver.
That would have been, I believe that was the smartest system to do it this way as well, because of the DRS zone. No one lost any time. Letting Nuno Lima pass in that way. So I would have done the same thing. And now Nuno Lima can help Vixal to gain some time as well. But
He can indeed, but I would have done the opposite. I would have allowed him through on the main straight.
yeah, but
Because there's enough gap between them and Curry King.
that's why you're not a champion, you know. That's why you're not a winner.
I've won more championships than King.
Yeah, but that isn't hard though, because yeah, it's King. Even the commentator has more championships than King, so.
So anyway, as we enter the lap 35 then of 36, the Red Bull driver has been in the lead since the safety car. Well, not since the safety car restart, but near enough. About 4 or 5 laps that he had to squabble for the race lead, and he's done a sterling job on the medium compound. 27 laps he's been sat on these mediums as we enter the final lap of the Grand Prix, and it's a shame that George has got a 3-second penalty because he is within DRS range as well.
Yeah, this would be an epic last lap battle if it wasn't for the penalty. But he could still push, maybe can get the penalty for Thomas as well, but I think it's too late for George.
And I'm not going to decide the driver of the day tonight. I'm going to leave that up to yourself, Dumberino. Who do you think should be the driver of the day?
I'm not biased in this one, but I believe Shecky actually deserves the driver of the day because the way he was defending after the safety car when he was leading the race, and yeah, he kept P2 and P3 for quite a while on old hard tires before he pitted, and it was basically impossible for anyone to get past him.
So there's your driver of the day, and as we came out the second to last corner then, Wadham nearly went into the back of the Red Bull. They're going to be squabbling though on the final lap. George Wadham touches the back of the Red Bull driver. It might not be enough though, because as we come towards the end of this race, it's going to be Tamas who wins the Austrian Grand Prix. George Wadham nearly ended up with both of them out of the Grand Prix. It would have opened the door for hang on a minute. George Wadham's DNF'd. What's happened there? Which means he's not going to get to finish. Jesus moves up to P2. Matrim is P3. So George Wadham's DNF'd on the final lap.
George,
as was 1980s Wildcat as well.
oh no, no, the race was finished, so George decided to leave the lobby before the race was finished. So, no, before everyone finished, I mean. So, George got P2 at the end. But that's why we usually don't want people to leave the lobby before everyone has finished, or else the game gonna bug out because it's EA. What happened with Wildcat is a different story. I don't know. He might actually have DNF'd. I don't know what happened to Wildcat.
That means that Gowers will stay 14th because obviously he was a lap behind, so he will not gain that 13th. But you can see that George Wadham is dropping. As Dumberino said, he will stay in that second position. Interesting though, it nearly ended up with both him and Tamas out of that Grand Prix, but it was Tamas who wins in the Styrian Mountains here in Austria. And it's going to be another short track again next week in Interlagos in Brazil. Sao Paulo, one of the few tracks that's anti-clockwise. I said anti-clock then for a minute, it says anti-clockwise. So it's one of the few that's anti-clockwise, and that will be next week on Tuesday at the same time. So you can either join myself or Dumberino for that one. Until then though, thank you very much for joining us. It is Tamas that wins here in the Styrian Mountains for me and Dumberino. Thank you very much for joining us, and goodbye for now.
Yes, goodbye.